Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our free webinar, Employee Engagements, the 6 Hidden Expectations of Employees. Ayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. My name is Amy Turla. I'm the Project Manager for Talent Reach. And all right, so just a quick check. Right now, we're still accepting yung may mga pumapasok pa po, no, for inside Zoom, and those watching us on FB. I think it's streaming live now on the personal page of Mr. Ronnie Torla. Ayan. Okay, so just a quick check from those that joined us here inside Zoom. Anyone that's joining us for the first time? Because we've actually received over 250 plus registration. So I bet merong mga bago na first time pala mag-a-attend ng ating event online. Ayan. Can you type 1 if this is your first time on the chat box? Ayan, marami. Welcome. And thank you everyone for joining us. I hope that it's going to be worth your time. So we're going to be together for the next 1.5 hours. Ayan. So may extra 30 minutes kami na inad kasi malaman ang ating discussion for today's webinar. All right. So allow me to just promote some of the things that you can expect with Talent Reach, over the coming months, especially this coming August. Ayan. So let me just quickly share my screen. Ayan. Okay. 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 Just a few seconds. Okay. All right, I hope everyone can see my screen. So just a brief introduction, Talent Reach is a human resource consulting company. Our business trade name is under Artula Human Resource Management Consultancy Services, and it was founded by Mr. Ronaldo Turla, who's also a certified human resource professional and also a certified social and emotional intelligence coach. Yan, so okay, so we offer consultancy services. So what you can see on the screen is HR administration, performance management, job evaluation, designing pay structure. Because our trainer and speaker for today is a full-time consultant. Aside from that, this is one of the major projects that we accept, compensation consulting services. So if you have questions about this particular service, feel free to email us at info.tr@talentreachph.org. Yeah. Yeah. This is also our new email address. So make sure that you save that on your inbox, and info.tr@talentreachph.org. Like what I said, we're very excited to announce that we're going to have our most in-demand workshop. So it's going to be face-to-face. It's going to be held at Workhaven Space, and very limited lang yung aming i-accept. So this is very comprehensive as well as intensive. So it's going to be a 1 day plus there's going to be an online session. So the first run will be on August 16, and then there's going to be another run on November 15. So there will be 2 runs. So you have a choice, no, when you are available. So hopefully you have time any of these dates. Ayan. So we're also offering different rates. So the regular rate is 3,495. This is already VAT inclusive, no. So if you're going to sign up, dalawa kayo sa company, that's 6,000, and also for the the group rate rather is 8,500. So the link, we will be posting the link where you can find more details and also register on the chat box. Ayan. So we have a promo, yung book early, no? So if you register today and pay until July 31, we'll give you a discount. So instead of paying 3,495, 3,000 na lang. Yan. So if it's going to be company sponsored, just make sure that you send us an email, and request for an invoice so that we can you can reimburse that for your company. All right. So we also have a flexible payment scheme. So if you registered today, you only need to pay 1,000 to secure your seat. So definitely kahit magbayad lang kayo ng 1,000, secured na yung seat nyo, no? So you just need to make sure that you pay the rest on August 14 if you're joining the August batch, or November 14 if you're joining us in November 15. Yan. So yun yung aming pay later. Okay? Ayan. So we also have other training programs. Yan. Just take a screenshot, and if you're interested in any of the programs that you would like to run in your companies, just reach out to us. So I'm just going to quickly flash this. By the way, we're also streaming this live on our Facebook page. So we've shared that the link, no? So I hope that hello to everyone that's watching on Facebook. Ayan. So our trainer is also an author of the HR Compass, the 7 steps for starting your HR department. The physical book is already sold out, but we're offering the ebook version for only 350 pesos. So if you're interested, just send us an email, any of the email here, and we'll help you avail of this particular ebook. Ayan. So for the benefit of those joining us for the first time, all right, we have a short video introduction. So Justin, kindly play the video. Thank you. All right, so without further ado, let me now give the floor to Mr. Ronnie Turla, Talent Reach Managing and Director and Founder, and also Certified Human Resource Professional.
Good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to our monthly webinar entitled 6 Hidden Employee Expectations. We're going to talk about employee engagement. I'm excited and really looking forward for this month's webinar. No, and as I was preparing my presentation slide, no, I felt that joy of preparing, no, that this particular program for you, no, because as I was reviewing what I'm going to discuss for today, no, I know that a lot of you, if you are a leader, if you are an HR professional practicing HR in your organization, you're a manager, you're probably a business owner, no, because as we've mentioned, I am a full-time consultant, so I deal with presidents, business owners. I coach them. I also do consultancy for them, depending on what the project would require me to do. No, so for today's session, I hope that you will bring with you, no, some very good insights as to what employee engagement is all about. No, so as we talk about the hidden, no, expectations of employees for the workplace right now. No? So again, thank you again for everyone who is joining us. My heart is full right now because we're at around 90. No, and our maximum in Zoom right now is at 100 lang. Also, I'd like to say hi to those who are in Facebook because we have broadcasted this as well for the Facebook. So hi to those who are watching over Facebook Live. So if you have some friends or colleagues that would want to watch this, you can share this video. And also, by the way, this video shall be posted in our Facebook page. You can check this out. If you're not available today, you can go to our Facebook page. You can follow and like us, and then you can watch this particular video for a limited period of time. Okay. So again, welcome to everyone who's here. I'm happy and joyful, no? Sabi nga dun sa Inside Out movie, if you have watched that movie, no, that I'm a joyful, no, yung emotion of joyful. Yeah. Okay. So um yeah, so I guess we're now ready to be able to jump in. So can you give me a thumbs up sign if you're now ready to jump into the program and to the webinar proper? There. Okay. Thank you. So let me just share my deck. So for today's session, as we've mentioned, we're going to discuss a very interesting topic, something very relevant that not we have selected for this month's session. Um, so it's about employee engagement, no? And I guess it's very timely for all of us because I guess no, as we look into the statistics, no, and some research data about employee engagement, we can see no, it's a cause of concern, no, especially if you're in the workplace. Employee engagement is something that if you're a people leader, if you're an HR professional, it is something that you are worried about, probably you're concerned about. So in this case, I hope that this particular short webinar will be able to help you manage better, improve your employee engagement, and be able to really make an impact to your employees. Okay, so let me start off our webinar with one of my favorite quote about leadership. No, and this goes from John Maxwell. He says, "Everything rises and falls with leadership." No, I couldn't agree 100% more to Mr. John Maxwell. He's one of my favorite leadership author, and I guess no, I've seen this happen both professionally on a personal level that we can see that really it's all about leadership. No, when there's a good leader in an organization, things will rise up. No, but obviously on the downside, if there's a lack of leadership, if there's bad leadership, no, and we have to acknowledge that really there's really bad leadership. No, so that's reality. No, na we're definitely having bad leadership and it's a reality in organizations, both probably in the government as well as in the private sector. No? So in this case, again, it's important for us to remember that leadership is an important thing. Always remember that leadership is something that you can learn. It's not about your title. It's something that you can develop over a period of time. You just need that kind of desire to become an effective leader in the organization. Okay. So for today's webinar, we're going to touch on the following topics. No? So here are some of the things that I'm going to discuss for the next, 40 to 50 minutes or so, depending on how I will deliver this particular webinar. Of course, we're going to start with defining what employee engagement is all about. So we're going to look at that. No? And then I'm going to share with you a research on job satisfaction from a 2017 study that was made. And it's a very, insightful study that I'd like to share with you, and probably it will help you convince some of your, company leaders about what's really happening about employee engagement and particularly job satisfaction. We're also going to look at engagement models. There are different engagement models already popularized and developed by different organizations, both locally and also abroad. No, so we're going to look at that, and then of course we're going to focus on the main topic for this webinar, which is the 6 hidden employee expectations, and we're going to discuss it one by one. No, and we're going to talk about as well what are the leader discretionary efforts. No, so this particular webinar will not only talk about what are the hidden expectations, but it will also talk about what are the strategies and efforts that a leader could actually do. No, because remember, employee engagement hinges on the leader's impact. No? So whenever employee engagement rises up, it is all because the leaders are actually responding to the expectations of employees. No, and obviously at the end we'll put it together. No, I will sum it up with what would make an organization really develop employee engagement. No? So I'll end with that. So putting it together, and of course we'll end up with some Q&A, no, for those who have comments, suggestions, reactions. Feel free to post that in the chat box. We'll try to shout it. We'll try to mention that in the webinar. And of course, if there are questions, I'll be more than willing to answer those particular questions. Okay. So again, these are the things that we're going to discuss for the next few minutes. No, but of course, before we do that, we're going to ask you to participate in a survey. Okay. So let me stop sharing first. No, so we have prepared two survey questions, and those are um, located in the chat box. So kindly click the link in the chat box for the survey questions that we have there. Okay, so Justine, kindly post the survey question that we have prepared for today. Okay. There. So the first question, can we check? Yeah. So the first question is the level of pay and benefits the best motivator for employee engagement? So I'd like to ask for remember, I will try to validate this with the research study. No? So that's the reason why I'm asking this survey question. Okay, go ahead. Please answer the survey. Again, there's no right and wrong answer here. It's a survey question. Go ahead. If you're unsure, there's a portion for unsure. If you think that you're not sure about your answer, you can click unsure. Okay. Yeah. So definitely, I think a lot of people, we can definitely feel the effect of inflation in our country right now. That's the reason why pay and benefits is definitely one thing that really engages employees. Okay. There. Okay. So I guess for the first question, the yes gets the vote for this particular question. Okay, so thank you for that. Okay, let's go to the second question this time. There. Okay. So the next question is, do you think the employee engagement is an HR activity, or is it should be led by the manager or supervisor? So again, you can click the following. So you can click yes, it should be HR. No, if you think that it should be the responsibility of the manager and the leaders. No, or the third one is I think it's both. No, HR and also the company leaders. Yeah, so you have three choices there. Okay, good. So thank you for those who are participating in the survey. No, so yeah, so there. Okay. Good. No? So we're now seeing that a lot of you tend to answer the third option, which is both. No? So it's both HR and also the line manager. Okay. And later on, I will disclose based on studies, what has been found out to be effective in terms of employee engagement and what will actually make employee engagement fail in the company. Okay. So again, for this question, for question number two, it appears that the answer chosen by most of you seems to be that it is both HR and the line leader or the leader itself. So again, thank you for those who participated in the survey. Okay, let me now go back and start yung ating topic. So again, those two questions that I shared with you will more or less tell you what is the topic that we have for today. Okay, so I've already given you some hint of what the topic is all about. Okay, so let's first discuss what is employee engagement. So I'll offer two definitions for you to be able to appreciate what employee engagement is. Okay, so the first is employee engagement, no, is a heightened emotional connection that an employee feels for his or her organization that influences him or her to exert greater discretionary effort to his or her work. Okay? So that means when an employee is engaged, there's what we call the employee discretionary effort. So meaning, if a person is extending effort, whether it's mental or physical, then the person is engaged. Okay? So that means the person is totally involved in that particular job that you're doing. No? Apparently, if you look at some studies right now, especially in the American uh, area, no, it has been reported, no, that 68%, no, American workers are disengaged. So that means, if we translate that, yung employee engagement nila mababa. So that means if it's 68%, no, almost 30+% is this is only engaged, no. So malaking portion yung disengaged sila. So that's the problem, no. So again, it has been brought about by the pandemic, and even of course yung change of technology, and of course yung sabi nga natin, we are living in a VUCA world. So that is something that contributed to that. Okay, now this is the first definition. The second definition that I'd like to offer to you is according to an ISO standard document. No, so the ISO standard document defines employee engagement, no, in this way. So sabi dito sa definition, employee engagement is predicated from an inclusive workplace approach which informs, promotes, and enable conditions where all members of the organization have a constructive voice and contribute productively in a manner meaningful to them. Okay? Engaged employees are more likely to be committed to their organizational goals and values and motivated to contribute to sustainable organizational performance. So take note, employee engagement is a two-way process whereby the organization provides an inclusive, a supportive environment, and individuals respond by freely providing their discretionary effort. Okay? So this is the definition according to the ISO standard. No? And by the way, for those of you who are listening today for this webinar and are interested, no, to get a copy of my presentation material, no, so later on we will announce that, no, that you can get this, no, for a very minimal fee, no. So mamaya announce natin kung ano yon. And I will add, no, okay, announce ko lang, no, I will add a particular document, no, talking about the guidelines of ISO regarding employee engagement, no? So, for some of you, probably that will be exciting kasi kumbaga parang sabi nga natin, pag nakita ko yung guide, when I read the guidelines, sabi ko, I got excited kasi very specific yung pinag-uusapan about employee engagement. So, if you're interested with that, later after the webinar, you can chat with us so that we can send you this particular material. Okay? Yeah, so that's really just because I love the topic and I love discussing HR topics. Ayan. So, there. Okay. So, ito medyo konting sad news ng konti, no? Because here is a result of research-based job satisfaction survey, no? So, makikita natin, in 2017, here are 10 areas workers are most unhappy. Okay. So, let me know if you agree with this or you disagree. But again, this is research. Okay? So ano ba yung mga areas that workers are most unhappy? No, number one, of course, yan. So kaya tama yung survey natin kanina. Competitive pay and benefits package. Organization retains the best people. Okay? Organization delivers on its promises. No? Genuine care and concern. No? So ito yung mga certain things, no, that affects people, bakit sila nagiging unhappy. No? Now, on the other side, on the reverse, what would make people happy? Okay, so ito naman yung na-find out nila. Okay, so number one, they identify with organizational values. No? They understand how work relates to the organizational goal. There's a good fit between talent and position. No? And then manager values contribution. No? So I like number 4. Okay, kasi it relates about employee engagement. Number 5, like what the organization stands for. Number 6, personal accomplishments, no? Number 7, the opportunity to learn and grow, no? Number 8, positive feedback. Number 9, work done is important. And number 10, leadership moves in the right direction. Okay? So, do you agree with this? Okay. Type yes if you agree with some of the things that are mentioned here. No? So, yeah. So, para you can interact with us, by the way. Okay? So, again, this is based on a job satisfaction survey. Ayan. So again, I presented the unhappy and the most happy. Okay? Para fair. Now, according to another study in pay scale, why do employees leave their jobs according to pay scale? Here are the reasons. Obviously, number one, 25% I want higher pay. So definitely a yes. No? 16% I am unhappy at my current organization. Okay, 14% I want to work an organization aligned with my values. No? Or number four, 11% I am relocating. Okay, and the rest is basically self-explanatory for you. No? So ito yung reason bakit people would seek employment outside of their current organization. Okay? So it's very obvious for us no, that yung pay and benefits is an obvious engagement factor. No? Pero sabi nga natin, that's already a given in the company no, na dapat definitely the company should be able to set a good no compensation package for their employees. Now, ano yung mga bagay that attracted naman according to again to the study, ano yung nag-attract dun sa employee na umalis towards the new organization. So ito yung mga lumalabas na reasons. No? Number one, the opportunity to do more meaningful work. Okay, lalo na pag talagang parang yung ginagawa nila parang wala ng meaning, no? Number two, increased responsibility in the role. Okay, so which is very obvious, no? So when you move to another, responsibility or another company, so usually magtataas yung responsibility mo, and of course that will dictate that there's higher pay, no? Of course, number three, increased pay for the position, no? Another factor would be the workplace culture. Okay, number six, nothing in particular. It's another job, no, that they join, no. Number six could be, number five is better benefits or perks, no. Or number seven, I want to work for a larger organization. So from a smaller to a larger organization. So really it makes sense, no. So all of these are logical reasons why people would go and be attracted to another organization. So kaya importante to, no? When you look at this particular findings, no, as a company, dapat alamin mo, ito pala yung mga dahilan bakit umaalis yung employee ko. What can I do as a company? No? Now that I know that based on research, based on some survey, ito pala yung reasons nila. Okay? So hopefully, no, itong mga data na that I'm sharing with you are things that your company can utilize in terms of their decision making and aligning the organization. Okay? Now, here's an engagement model that I'd like you to look at, no? And it was popularized by a consulting company in the US, no? So, yung engagement model, sabi niya, say, no? So that means engage employee daw, speaks positively about the company among co-workers, clients, and his friends. Okay? So that's one. So this talks about yung tinatawag nating net promoter score. So sabi nga nila, if your employee is promoting your company, no, for your customers, co-workers, for example, that's a good sign of engagement, no? The second S is stay. So engage employee associates his or her future with the company. So pag tinanong, for example, yung employee, no, at a certain point in their career, kunyari naka 1 year na sila, will I stay with the company? No? So para malaman nyo kung engaged pa siya. Then, if mag-stay siya, so that means nagkakaroon ng engagement yung person. Okay? If not, for example, then posible yung turnover natin could be a reason bakit bumababa yung engagement natin. And the third one is strive. No? Ibig sabihin ng strive, engaged employee feels motivated to exert extra effort for the company. So ibig sabihin, kapag engaged daw yung employee, no, pag binigyan mo ng responsibility, no, hindi nila iniisip na ay ang dami kong trabaho, kundi they try to exert more effort for it, no? And if the company is fair enough, the company could provide no the proper or the appropriate reward for that employee. Kaya importante no na mamaya we're going to talk about one particular expectation of an employee na minsan nani-neglect ng isang company. Simply because parang ang dami na kasing inaasikaso ng company. So siguro minsan parang nakakalimutan yung employee engagement na sinasabi natin. So again, this is a very good employee engagement model, yung say, stay, and strive. So this is an indicator for employee engagement. Now, here's a profile of an engaged employee, in three particular areas, particularly their cognitive, their emotional, and their behavioral aspect, So, sa cognitive, ibig sabihin, if employees give recommendations with regards to certain problems or certain issues of the company, so that means that's an indicator na engaged ako kasi nagre-recommend ako eh. Ibig sabihin, meron akong interest na mag-isip for the company, on the emotional side, makikita natin they're motivated to succeed, They're committed to stay kahit na medyo may mga difficulties or challenges yung company. So makikita mo yung emotions nila is still being managed. Kaya importante yung EQ na sinasabi natin na yung ating mga employees na engaged, mataas yung kanilang emotional intelligence, Now, the third part is behavioral, So that means, yung kanilang discretionary effort tsaka yung kanilang striving for excellence nandun pa rin. So ibig sabihin, pag sinabing discretionary effort, pag kailangan na medyo mag-extra effort tayo, nag-e-effort sa employee, hindi siya nagwi-withhold, Na parang, hindi, ito na lang yung gagawin ko kasi medyo pagod na ako, Or in this case, striving for excellence, yung ginagawa niya, talagang he tries to be excellent at what they do. Okay? So this is a psychological profile of an engaged employee. Okay? Now, the four key emotions that we have to remember that will lead to engagement are the following. So, what are the four key emotions? Number one, enthusiasm. Ibig sabihin, dapat ganado sila in Tagalog. Number two, dapat inspired sila. Sino mag-i-inspire sa kanila? Hindi yung sarili nila, kundi yung leaders nila ang mag-i-inspire. Kasi mahirap din naman i-inspire mo sa sarili mo, for example, di ba? Parang kumbaga, sabi nga rin, minsan mahirap din yung self-motivation kasi kailangan ma-inspire rin sila ng ibang leaders, third is empowered, Ibig sabihin, employees are allowed to do the work their way, okay? So hindi kailangan laging micromanaging ang ginagawa natin kay employee, And fourth, dapat confident, So employees are sure they can achieve excellence, So again, 95% of employees that feel at least three of these key positive emotions are engaged. Okay? So again, alam na natin kung paano natin masasabi if the employee is already engaged. May enthusiasm siya, may inspiration siya, empowered siya, and confident siya. Okay? So those are the four key emotions for engagement. Now, of course, let me now jump into the 6 hidden employee expectations. Nakita na natin yung background about what employee engagement is. So in this set, I will now discuss one by one what are the 6 key hidden employee expectations. Starting with hidden expectations number 1, which is relationship. Okay. So for hidden expectation number 1, which is relationship, Sabi natin dito, most employees desire an environment where they can connect with their leaders and their co-workers to accomplish their assigned tasks. Okay? Again, good relationships foster close-knit teams and create an innovative and inclusive environment. So yun ang gusto natin, na magkaroon ng relationship, yung employee tsaka yung boss. Okay? Now, here are the common complaints na makikita natin bakit the leader does not engage in a relationship with the employee. Ito yung mga tingnan nyo typically, baka yung ilan dito baka narinig nyo na from the leaders. Number 1, sabi doon, we don't have time for this. Let's get things done here. Okay? So typical, right? Okay, another common complaint. People are too complicated. Just do the work. Okay? So it's a common complaint. Okay, another one. There needs to be a clear line between boss and employee. So nagkaroon ka na ba ng pagkakataon na sinabi ng boss sa'yo na kailangan merong demarcation, ako yung boss, ikaw yung employee. 'Di ba? Common complaint 'yan na sinasabi natin na nandito ako, nasa taas ako, nasa baba ka. Okay? So yun yung very common for us. Okay? Or another common complaint. Sabi dito, if I'm their friend, I will have no control over getting them to do what I want. Okay? Kasi pag naging kaibigan nila ako, parang baka hindi na nila ako seryosohin or hindi na nila ako sundin, basically. Okay? So, yun yung mga common complaints why there's the relationship issue about the boss and the employee. No? Now, this tells us that, again, as I've mentioned earlier in the first part of our webinar, leadership is not about your title. Okay, you can be a leader even if you are not the formal designated person. Okay, remember, one of the best definition of leadership is that leadership is the ability to influence other people. Okay, and remember, the relationship that is built on genuineness and connection can lead for people to want it. Ibig sabihin, magkaroon sila ng mindset, bakit ako susunod dun sa leader? Kasi gusto ko. Okay? Hindi dahil pinipilit ako or napipilitan ako, kundi nakikita ko na meron gustong magawa or matapos yung leader. Okay? So that mindset, no, talks about influence. If you're going to influence another person, no, it should be for the betterment of the employee and also the betterment of the organization. Okay? So that is what leadership is all about. Leadership is not about self-interest. Remember, when you become a leader, no, importante na you are willing to put in sacrifices for the people that you're going to serve. Okay? So that's an important leadership principle. Okay? So that's what leadership is all about, no? Now, I don't know with you if you have watched this particular movie, no? It's called Meet the Parents. Taas yung kamay kung sino yung nakapanood na nitong pelikula na to, no? You can raise your hands if you have watched this, no? Why did I post this here in this particular topic about relationship, no? Because relationship is also building community. Okay? In this particular movie, medyo kikwento ko lang ng konti, no? In the movie, si Gerald, no, or si Gaylord, no, which is the character of the main character, no, si Ben Stiller, kung titingnan natin, he was trying to get, no, the approval of the parents of yung kanyang magiging eventual wife, no, in this case, no. That's why in the movie, sabi sa kanya, kailangan pumasok ka dun sa circle of trust. Okay? That's why in terms of building community, we have to learn how to earn the trust of the leader. Okay? So in that particular movie na medyo comical, no? So kung papanoorin niyo siya, I would say, it's a very comical movie about getting married, for example, and having, of course, in-laws, for example. But the lesson here, no, that we can take on in terms of building community is that somehow, no, yung mga employees natin, do they feel alienated with the leader, no? Na ina-expect nila na sana maging part ako ng community. Na hindi lang ako parang I don't simply exist in the company pero nobody sees me. Okay? So that's a sad reality if you don't see the employee. So importante sa atin that in terms of the expectation of relationship that we build community in the organization. Okay? So now, we were talking about earlier, how do we now address yung tinatawag nating employee engagement, no? So, the Gallup organization developed, no, a study, employee engagement study in the year, I think 2016 or 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Sinabi nila that dapat para ma-engage yung employee, no, mag-create siya ng tinatawag nating employee discretionary effort or what we call a gift, no? And common sense will tell us if a company wants to fully engage an employee who will give their discretionary effort, kailangan, no, it should be complementary. Ibig sabihin, kung mag-engage si employee, dapat si leader, no, would also have a discretionary effort or yung LDE na tinatawag natin. Okay? So this particular LDE is what we're going to discuss in the next hidden expectations. Okay? So ito yung tinatawag nating LDE. Ito yung mga strategies that I'm going to share with you na para, no, yung expectation ng employee of in the first one, building a relationship, ma-meet ng leader. Okay? So we're going to talk about that. Okay, so in this case, kung titingnan natin, sabi natin dito, what are some LDEs na pwedeng gawin? Ito, mga simple things, no, na somehow, it might be basic for some leaders, pero, sometimes the basic is the simplest thing to do is the easiest thing na pwede mong gawin, no? So, number one, okay, take time to greet employees and talk with them. Okay? Kasi di ba minsan out of our business, our leaders don't get to talk to the employees already, no? Iba yung talking with employees and talking to employees, no? Anong pagkakaiba, di ba? Pag sinabing talking to employees, you're trying to give instructions, direction, for example. But when you say talk with them, that means, no, you are giving them the chance to be able to feel that they can open up. Okay? So, yun yung ibig sabihin natin for taking the time to talk to them. Okay? Second, do something creative to get together and build relationship. No? Nowadays, kailangan meron tayong mga creative ways of how do we get together. No? So, very important for us, no, whether we're working face-to-face or remote, for example, na meron tayong concept of get together. Okay? So, whether it is about team building or whatsoever, there are so many different ways, creative ways that we can get together to build relationship. Okay? And number three is one of my favorite. Okay? Bakit? Kasi sabi dito, greet and acknowledge people as you encounter and pass by them. Okay? Kasi I remember, no? So just to share to you a story that I have before. Okay? I remember, I had this particular staff na parang sinasabi niya lagi sa akin, sir, bakit pag dumadaan ka dun sa cubicle namin, hindi mo kami binabate, parang suplado ka. Okay? And because of that, medyo na, parang I was impacted by that, no? Because siguro, yung persona na napapakita ko sa kanila na medyo suplado, no, that's not who I am, no? And because of that, no, I told them that, I'm sorry for that, no, but next time I'll try to greet you, no? So in that case, it's very important that you acknowledge a person, no? So remember, the essence of relationship in the workplace is to let people know that they matter. Okay? Huwag mong itago. Kahit introverted ka na leader, sabihin mo. Sabi nga nila, no, you have to express it. Kasi otherwise, if you don't express it, paano ka magbibuild ng relationship? No, it's the same thing probably with courting. Kapag hindi mo sinabi, hindi niya malalaman kung ano yung nasa isip mo. Okay? So again, these are very simple discretionary effort, but if you apply this in your workplace, I'm pretty sure mamimit natin yung expectation ng employee for relationship building. Okay? So, that's hidden expectation number 1. Okay? Okay ba so far? Are we learning so far? Can we check, Amy, with our participants? Ayan. Are they still on? Ayan. Okay. There. Okay. Ayan. Unmute.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. So we're actually 100 inside the room. I'm sure there's
Right.
people still trying to
To
get
come
through, but
in.
yeah, but
Okay.
we're just for those watching us, if you would like to watch this, we're going to post the replay of this webinar on our Facebook page. Unfortunately, it's not streaming live on Talent Reach right now, but we're going to post the replay on Talent Reach page. Thank you, everyone.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So again, no, we look at hidden expectation number 2, which is respect. No, according to a study by the Society of Human Resource Management in the U.S. No, sabi dito, respect for treatment of all employees at all levels was ranked as very important by 72% of those who surveyed. No, making this a top contributor to overall employee satisfaction. So, what does this tell us? No, that the first thing that we have to remember if we would want to engage our employee is we have to learn how to respect them. Okay? So respect is something non-negotiable. Okay? So yun yung kailangan nating tandaan. Now, ito laging tinatanong sa atin, no? What comes first? Is it respect or trust? Okay? And the answer could be that respect is a prerequisite for establishing trust. Okay? Ibig sabihin, bago ka magtiwala sa isang tao, no? you should be able to respect that person, right? Kasi if you trust that person, so it's automatically now somehow, you are respecting that person, no? And remember, employee sense of the lack of respect can actually create the barrier to building trust, no? Di ba kaya minsan kahit sabihin natin na competent naman yung leader, no? Magaling naman yung leader, pero bakit hindi siya pinagkakatiwalaan? Baka ang reason is hindi nakikita ng employee nakarespeto siya. Okay? So very important for us to remember that it starts with respect. Before you can trust the person as an employee, you need to respect that person. Okay? Ayan. So, yan yung sagot dun sa what comes first, no? Respect and trust. Now, let me offer to you the formula for respect, no? So, respect could be achieved by ano sabi dito? The element here is our words and our actions times our consistency in doing that creates respect. So what does that tell us? No? So ibig sabihin, as a leader, kailangan maging conscious tayo. Kung ano yung sinasabi natin, ano yung sinasalita, ano yung ginagawa natin, and put consistency in that, then we get the respect of people. Okay? So that is what respect is all about. That's the formula for respect, no? Ito pwede yung pwede yung gamitin for a Facebook post or a tweet, no? Kung ano yung formula for respect. Now, since we're talking about trust, no? Gusto ko rin magbigay ng formula for trust. Ayan. Ano na ngayon yung formula for trust? So the formula for trust is credibility plus respect, no? Multiplied by accountability. Ayan. So yan naman ang sinasabi natin about trust. Okay? So for people to trust you, there has to be credibility and respect, no, for you. So hindi pwedeng respect. Kailangan may credibility rin tayo. Okay? Yan. Now, one lesson that I will share with you na hopefully that could also resonate with you, a lesson of respect that I personally have also experienced in my corporate and even in my consulting years. Sabi dito, giving respect when we agree is even more critical when we disagree. What does that mean? I think especially nowadays, parang people tend to respect people if nag-agree tayo sa isa't isa, no? But remember, true respect, is more critical if a person disagrees with you pero may respeto siya sa iyo. You get my point, no? So in the workplace, pwedeng ganon. For example, if I'm the leader, I could create a very unpopular decision, no? And people could disagree with me. Okay? And because of that, you might feel na baka hindi ako respeto ng mga tao ko. Okay? In this case, giving respect, you will learn that as you become a manager, as a leader, na ang respeto natin, madali siya kapag ang kausap mo is agreeable with you, no? Pero mas masarap yung pakiramdam ng respeto kapag yung tao na hindi nag-agree sa iyo, tinatanggap niya na hindi siya nag-agree sa iyo pero susunod siya sa iyo. Okay? So in that case, that's a lesson on respect. Okay? So it's something that you will experience. Hindi ko masabi kung paano ba siya pwedeng gawin kasi you'll have to really experience that for you to have that kind of parang insight na, oo nga, ganun pala yung respeto. Okay. Now, here are some of the discretionary efforts na pwede natin gawin for respect. Okay. So again, sabi natin dito, respect is a precursor for trust. Okay? So bago magtiwala yung employee sa atin, make sure that we respect people. Okay? Second, employees who feel validated by their leader's ability to connect, listen, and understand their perspective in the work environment. So remember, people would want to feel validated. Okay? So, ano yung mga pwede natin gawin? Okay. So one, I encourage you to prioritize employee engagement. No? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Okay, let me show you this. If you're familiar with the Eisenhower Decision Matrix, na-create siya nung time nung previous US President Dwight Eisenhower, So in this particular matrix, makikita natin yung the matrix of importance and urgency. Okay, so bakit ko bringing up itong particular decision matrix na to? Because if you're going to prioritize the importance of employee engagement, okay? Kung mapapansin nyo dito, meron tayong quadrant for the important but not urgent. Anong ibig sabihin? If I'm going to schedule an employee engagement meeting with the employee, I have to decide and schedule a time to do it, no? Ibig sabihin, kung talagang seryoso ka na gusto mong ma-engage yung employee mo, i-schedule mo sa calendar mo kung kailan mo siya kakausapin. Huwag mong intayin na mag-tender siya ng resignation, tsaka mo iisipin, o sige, kausapin na kita, for example. No, that's why I don't agree with the stay interview. It doesn't work. Okay? Kasi minsan parang 'di ba too late na pag inisip natin or counter offer. Di ba? O sige, ka-counter offer kita. No? Again, you could have done something better if you have decided to talk to that person. That's why kailangan, pag start pa lang ng employee mo, yung onboarding mo sa kanya, doon na pumapasok yung engagement. Okay? Kapag hindi mo siya pinapansin across the onboarding or orientation, hindi siya na-engage with the company, hindi siya na-engage yung leader. So again, if you're a leader, no, make sure no na gamitin mo yung priority mo for the important but the not urgent. Ibig sabihin, you can try to schedule it, you can calendar it. Yun yung ibig ko sabihin dito. So prioritize your employee engagement meetings. Okay? Now, another thing that you can do no is to listen to the employee. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Kailangan na sa leader, ang pwede natin gawin, kailangan makinig tayo kay employee. No? And not just physical listening, no, but active listening ang kailangan para ma-engage siya. And the outcome of listening to the employee will feel affirmed. Napaka-importante ng affirmation. Anong ibig sabihin? Affirmation does not necessarily mean na lahat ng pinakinggan mo kay employee, nag-agree ka. Most likely, no, yung mga sasabihin ng employee sa iyo, yung iba doon hindi ka mag-agree, no? Pero you have to let the person feel affirmed. Okay? So paano mo pwedeng ipa-affirm sa kanya na nakikinig ka, no? Spend the time with that person, no? Really try to really be empathic with that person kung ano yung sinasabi niya. That is the outcome of listening to the employee. That will bring about respect, no? So sabi nga natin, listening is one of the lost art of management na kapag marunong kang makinig sa employees mo, no? Definitely they will trust you. Okay? Ayan. So again, that's hidden expectation number 2. Okay? Now, we go this time for our expectation number 3. Okay? Which is responsibility. Okay? Now, we have to realize that every role in every company has importance. Okay? Whether you're in a company, a hierarchy, for example, no? Every role has importance. Okay? Now, contributors would want to believe their contributions are meaningful. Okay? Remember, engaged employees desire tasks that will enable both the organization and themselves to succeed. Okay? So kaya importante yung creating the responsibility. Okay? Now, another question that is typically asked is it a question always of motivation pag pinag-usapan natin yung responsibility? No? Ibig sabihin, kaya ba nagiging responsable yung ating employee kasi motivated siya? Okay? Now, siguro my take on this is that sometimes the leader should provide the way for the employee to express their interest. Ibig sabihin, ano ba yung interest mo? Tanungin mo kay employee, ano ba yung interest mo? Then yun yung ilalagay kong responsibility sa'yo. Okay? Use your influence to provide meaning and responsibility in the job that the person is doing. Okay? So remember, no, take note of this, no? Dapat yung motivation ng person, hindi siya prerequisite para gawin yung trabaho, kundi habang ginagawa ko yung trabaho ko, then I become motivated. Okay? So kasi hindi natin sinasabi na kailangan ma-motivate muna ako para ma-accept ko yung responsibility. Baliktad dapat. Ibig sabihin, tatanggapin ko yung responsibility as I'm doing the responsibility, I find meaning in it, and I become motivated. Okay? So, yun yung gusto natin mangyari for the employee. Now, remember, okay, work is a blessing for us, no? And the workplace gives us the venue to take responsibility. Kaya nga ako, malaki ang paniniwala ko that the workplace, no, is a very good avenue para yung isang typical individual, no, na hindi niya alam kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng being responsible. Kapag pumasok ka sa isang company, no, at nagkaroon ka ng magandang relasyon with your leader, no, and then you take up the responsibility and you realize how unique you are, no, amongst the individuals, that is something very transformational for me. Okay? Kasi ibig sabihin, we spend a lot of time in our work. No, that's why it is a blessing for us. So ibig sabihin, if it's a blessing for us, no, that means i-maximize natin yung ating oras or our time in the workplace. Okay? So take note of that. No? So this one is a very important thing that I'd like you to remember. Now, let me share with you, no, a story. Okay. During the pandemic, a lesson on responsibility. There was an article on Wall Street Journal, no? Medyo mahilig ako magbasa, by the way, if you notice, no? Ito yung story ng Lysol factory job becomes a calling, no? Ayan. So, pwede nyo hanapin to sa internet. Okay. Ano yung story ng Lysol? Okay. Because remember, during the pandemic, alam naman natin yung Lysol, di ba? Because during the pandemic, a lot of us, nagkaroon tayo ng, parang trauma about touching and, cleanliness, basically. No? Now, in this particular article, sinasabi dun sa article na one of the employees daw ng Lysol factory in the US, for example, yung isang employee, yung anak ng employee, napanood niya sa TV na importante pala yung paggamit ng Lysol, basically, no? Ngayon, pag-uwi ngayon nung mismong employee sa bahay niya, no? Kinausap siya nung anak niya, sabi niya, "Daddy, importante pala yung ginagawa mong trabaho. It's a very big responsibility. Ngayon, naiintindihan ko na kung anong klaseng trabaho yung ginagawa mo." And when I realized that, no, that particular dynamic of an employee, no, listening to a child, telling that child to the parent na, ay, daddy, mahalaga pala yung iyong trabaho, no, because of what you do. I think that's a lesson on responsibility, no? It gives us that cue na walang trabaho na maliit or malaki as long as you are responsible for it. Okay? So, very important for us, no? So, ako medyo kinikilabutan ako ng konti because when I read the article, sabi ko, oo nga, no? It makes sense. During the pandemic, no? We realized na gaano ka-importante yung trabaho ng bawat isa. And this particular one, no? If you look at it, no? Nakita niya in the television that, the product na ginagawa ng tatay niya is as important. That's why it is important to focus on responsibility. Okay? So, again, this is a story that is something that will make you remember what it means to have responsibility. Okay? Now, here are some indicators where your employee is ready for responsibility. Here are some examples. Like, pag sinabi ng employee sa'yo, I'm ready to step up, no? Or give me a shot for this particular position. No, I'm up for the challenge. Pag sinabi ng employee, or let me show what I can do, or count me in. Okay? So ito yung mga signals na gusto nating marinig from the employee, right? So in this case, no, pag narinig na natin yan, that means, no, yung expectation for responsibility na mi-meet na natin. Okay? So again, those are the signals for responsibility. Now, a lesson that I'd like to leave with you regarding the expectation of responsibility is coming from the quote, no, from a former president of Ford Motor Company, si Alan Mulally. Okay? Sabi niya, when people feel accountable and included, it is more fun. Okay? So again, make your people responsible. Include them in the company. Okay? Not just for the payroll, but include them as an employee. Okay? So how do we now do the discretionary effort for responsibility? Ito yung mga suggestions ko. Number 1, take the perspective of what employees want to be given responsibility. So pakinggan nyo kay employee, ano ba yung responsibility na dapat ibigay sa kanya? Number 2, acknowledge that the employees want to be included and want to be part of the group. Okay? Huwag nyo siyang exclude. Number 3, explore opportunities to link the employee's specific skills to relevant organizational needs. No? Ano ba yung mga skill set niya? Kaya nga dapat kinakilala niyo yung tao niyo. Kasi pag hindi niyo alam kung ano yung skill set niya, di ba? Kung ano-ano lang binibigay nating trabaho sa kanya, kailangan kilalanan natin kung ano yung kanyang strengths and weaknesses. And then, of course, provide employees with opportunities for growth and development. Okay? So kung may mga trainings, padala nyo siya sa training. Okay? Para mas maging responsible siya. No? Or parang itong webinar na to, kung may employees kayo, sabihin nyo kay employee, manood kayo ng webinar na to para mas matuto ka in that case. No? Know your employees well enough to understand their natural inclination. Kailangan kilalanan nyo si employee. Okay? Number 3, have conversations with your employees about new opportunities that intrigue them. No, kunyari may mga up for promotion, o i-discuss mo sa kanila, no, para kung ready na sila for higher responsibility, then develop them, lead them on for this one. So those are the discretionary efforts for responsibility. Okay? There. We go now to expectation number 3, which is, 4, which is reward. Okay. So, for reward, makikita natin that the primary and most significant expectation most people want from their jobs or career is what we call reward. Okay. Overall, again, people want to be rewarded appropriately according to the effort required to succeed in the organization. Kaya dito pumapasok yung aspeto ng compensation. Diba? So compensation is again paying someone for their work effort. No? The employer provides the pay for the work to be done while the employee receives a pay for the effort provided as well as for the loss of their time. Diba? Kaya nga sabi natin, when you are compensated, yung oras na nawala sa'yo sa pagtatrabaho, yun yung binabayaran sa'yo ng company. Okay? Now, the challenge for a leader here are two things. No? Dalawang bagay yung challenge sa atin pagdating sa compensation. Number 1, leader must understand why employees take their seats within the organization. So bakit siya na-employ sa company? Okay? Kailangan tanungin natin yan. Bakit ka nga pa pumasok sa company? Ano ba yung motivation mo? Ano ba yung reason mo for joining the company? And number 2, leaders must understand why employees remain in their seat within the organization. Di ba? Kailangan si leader, iniisip niya, bakit itong employee ko nagsistay sa amin? Bakit 1 year or 2 years nandito pa rin siya? Okay? Is it because wala na siyang pupuntahan or because meron siyang ina-aspire na higher position in the company? So kung in that case, no, dapat tanungin natin kay employee, makinig tayo sa kanya, o ano ba yung gusto mong mangyari? Gusto mo bang ma-promote in the next 6 months or year? O ito yung kailangan mong gawin. Okay? So these two particular challenge, when you answer them, will, again, usher you into the different ways of how you can engage the employee. Okay? It's all about asking the right questions for the employee. Now, remember, compensation has something to do with the monetary value of an employee effort. No? That's why sabi nga natin, when you create a compensation package, dapat, no, tinatapatan mo ano yung value nung effort ng employee, no? Ito yung compensation niya. Okay? Now, reward has to do with the acknowledgement and satisfaction. Yun yung pagkakaiba ng compensation and reward. Okay? So, very important pa rin that, remember, one of the expectation of an employee to be engaged is reward. Okay? So, ano yung mga pwede natin gawing LDE for rewards? Here are some examples. Number 1, verify that the position's requirements do not overwhelm the employee or vice versa. Sabi nga natin, wag masyadong sobra or kulang din naman yung ginagawa niyang trabaho. Dapat yung sakto na responsibility para ma-reward siya. Okay? Also, ensure alignment regarding job responsibility. Kaya nga, ako during my seminars, I always tell my participants na ang job description, hindi mo lang yan ina-align. Kapag may babaguhin ka, pwede mo siyang i-align or baguhin yung job description every year. For example, kung sa tingin mo may pagbabago, then i-revise mo yung job description mo. Okay? And then, meet periodically with employees to better understand what they do and attempt to know who they are. Okay? Wag lang once a year. No? Make sure that you have regular check-ins. If remote yung ating ginagawang trabaho, dapat regular check-ins. Kung face-to-face, dapat monthly or weekly meetings should be conducted. And of course, periodically investigate if the employee's role continues to be rewarding and fulfilling. Diba? Mahirap kasi pag yung leader parang insensitive na ang dami ng pinagawang trabaho pero wala naman palang appropriate reward or increase, no? Medyo unfair naman yon. Okay? So investigate natin from time to time kung yung mga binibigay nating responsibility sa kanya ay may kaakibat ba na reward for that particular person. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, no? Pagdating sa hidden expectation about reward. Okay? So that's again the hidden expectation about the reward for employees. We go now to hidden expectation number 5. Okay. Meron na tayong last 2, no? So, sabi dito, recognition is the mutual value we give to our employees for the value they provide to our company, no? Remember, everyone craves for recognition, no? Leaders will find that recognition is a positive form of accountability, no? Ako no, naniniwala ako na pag ang isang leader marunong siyang mag-recognize ng mga tao niya, definitely that person or that leader is accountable. Okay? Kasi pag hindi ka marunong mag-recognize, no, lagi mo lang sinisisi yung employee mo, sinesero mo na pag mali yung ginagawa niya, that's not accountability. Okay? Accountability is whether you succeed or you fail, I am accountable for it. Yun ang accountability. Okay? Now, here are again typical excuses na maririnig nyo from the leaders. Again, typically, maririnig nyo to from the leaders. So, might be na nakaka-identify kayo dyan. Okay, ano yung mga excuses ng leader? It's their job, no? You want me to thank me for doing their job? Ito, narinig ko na to actually before. Okay? Number 2, why should I thank them? That's what they pay is what you pay for. No, that should be enough. Okay? Another one, what do you want me to do? Follow them all day long and clap for each one of them? Okay? Medyo sarcastic, no? Or, sabi din dito, if you give them appreciation, they will get a big head and be full of themselves. Sabi na in Tagalog, lalaki yung ulo, no? Pag nire-recognize mo, no? Kaya hindi ako nagre-recognize kasi nga, no? Hindi naman importante sa akin yon. Okay? So those are excuses of the leader. Now, just to share with you, no? Again, a story, no, that I'd like to share with you regarding about recognition, no? So si Oprah Winfrey, recognizable as a very famous TV personality. Sabi niya when she gave a commencement address doon sa Harvard University, no? In her commencement speech, sabi niya, in my 25 years of talking to every single day to people, kasi meron siyang television show, no? Sabi niya, she realized the common denominator is they want to feel validated. Okay? Ibig sabihin, they exist, they matter. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pag kinakausap niya, no, pinapakita niya doon sa kanyang kausap na you matter. Kaya may interest ako sa iyo, kaya kita ini-interview. Okay? So, that is one of the main reason why even natapos na yung television network ni Oprah Winfrey, but yung kanyang mga staff, no, na ni-recognize niya in her television program stayed on with her. Okay? So the key there was recognition. Okay? Ni-recognize niya yung effort ng kanyang mga employees throughout their careers. So I hope you do the same. If you're listening right now, if you're a leader, no, recognize your employees. Don't forget that. Because remember, one of the important things that people would want from you is validation. Okay? So that's the common denominator. That you matter. So again, the lesson on appreciation of employees, here are certain things to remember. What we praise, people will repeat. What we highlight, people will duplicate. No? The character qualities put into action can be repeated in various situations. So for example, di ba? If a person became very honest in a particular transaction, yun yung i-highlight mo sa kanya. Sabihin mo, I appreciate your honesty. No? And yung honesty mo na yan, pwede mong gamitin in different situations. Okay? And I will appreciate you for that. Okay? So that's a lesson about appreciation, no? That kailangan tatandaan natin. Okay? Now, here's a very fascinating story, no? Again, of a women leader. Sa Indra Nooyi, who is the CEO, former CEO of Pepsi Cola Global, um, imagine, nagbigay siya ng thank you note. Take note, hindi siya for the employees. It was for the parents of the employees. Okay, bakit? Kasi sabi niya, ang logic niya, gusto niyang pasalamatan yung mga parents ng employees na tumulong sa kanya. Okay? So, very brilliant idea. No? So, probably, yung mga nakikinig sa atin right now, pwede niyong gawin to. No? Ginawa siya ng isang presidente ng isang company. So, instead na binigyan ng thank you note, as in, parang letter, binigyan niya ng letter yung parents ng employees niya. Okay? So, that's a show of appreciation for the person who's working for you. Okay? So, that's a very, again, fascinating story about this particular woman. So again, ano yung mga LDE natin for recognition? Take the mindset, my appreciation for the employee is vitally important to them as a person and as a company as a whole. Also make sure that you slow down, you observe and notice ano yung ginagawa ng mga employees mo. No? And know your employees well enough to understand how they like to have appreciation presented to them. No? Sabi nga natin, no, wag dapat generic yung recognition. Make it very customized and specific to a particular person. And definitely they will appreciate you for that. Okay? So those are the LDEs for recognition. Okay? So that's the fifth, no, hidden expectation of employees. Yan. So again, ito yung mga pwede nating gawin, no? And learn how to say this, no? So ito, may example tayo dito, no? So sabi, pwede nating sabihin kay, kunyari, ang pangalan ng employee, Charlie, no? So sabi, pwede mo sabihin sa kanya, oh, I noticed that you take the time to listen and speak calmly to hear the upset customer complaint, no? You were very thoughtful of the person's emotions, no? This will help you be known as a person who cares about the customer. Okay? So this particular recognition for a person who does his or her job very well, okay, is a way to recognize. So remember, no, the key to really sincere compliment is to be specific. Okay? Huwag tayo maging general kasi false ano yon? False flattery sabi nga natin. Okay? Be specific, ano ba yung ginawa niya talaga. Okay? So that's the LDE for recognition. Finally, no, we come to the sixth hidden expectation. Okay, I hope you're still here. No, the last expectation of employees would be reverence. No, reverence expectation is about employees fulfilling their purpose or what we can term as their calling. Okay, remember, workers utilize their innate gifts and abilities to help them maximize their performance. Okay. Now, there was a slogan in the army before, okay, around 1985, okay, yung US Army, nagkaroon sila ng parang promotion, no? Sinabi niya na to invite or to recruit, no, Army to their organization, no, na-create sila ng slogan. Ano yung slogan nila? Be all you can be. Okay? So again, it's a very catchy phrase na ginamit before and even up to now, no? So, pag titingnan mo, remember, no, this is army. Ibig sabihin, they will offer their life to the country in this case, no? So the question here is, does work life or does work give life meaning? And for me, no, I guess the answer for me is a yes. Okay? So, yung trabaho natin gives life our meaning. Okay? If we spend our time devoting, perfecting, being excellent, and doing the job, then it gives meaning to us. Okay? Now, kung titingnan natin, no, on the science part, no, yung tinatawag nating cultural engagement, may iba-ibang klase ng company. Okay? So ito medyo is a shortcut ko na lang, no? Because I will reserve this for another webinar altogether. Kasi malalim itong 4 quadrants on cultural engagement. Okay? Pero pinapakita nito that typically, some companies are very success-oriented and some companies are very significance-oriented. Okay? And some people are very career-focused while others are calling-focused. So there's a difference. Okay? So the question there is, as a company, am I fulfilling the career or the calling of my employees? Okay? So ito yung sinasabi nating four quadrants of cultural engagement. Now, ano yung mga LDEs natin for reverence? Here are some things to remember. Number one, accept nyo that some employees will find meaning and fulfillment in their job while others will find their purpose outside the workplace. Ibig sabihin, hindi pare-pareho yung tao natin na lahat will be really career focused in the company. Some people will find meaning or more purpose outside the job. And that's the reason why, for example, if they focus on their family, no, if they go on leave, no, because kailangan nilang asikasuhin yung kanilang anak or yung kanilang asawa, for example, because they find meaning into that. Okay? And we have to provide the reverence for it. No? Second, ask and affirm. Be proactive asking employees what is meaningful and fulfilling in their roles and responsibility. So tanongin natin si employee. And number three, assist the employee in identifying ano ba yung meaningful and fulfilling for you. No, what will make yung trabaho mo meaningful? Total, you spend the whole time here. No, so I'd like to give reverence to the work that you do. So yun yung mga pwedeng gawin ng isang leader as an effort for addressing yung expectation for reverence. Okay? So that is the sixth and final expectation of the employee. So, putting it together as I wind up my talk today regarding employee engagement, sabi dito, the most significant cause of a workplace engagement failure, okay? Take note, yun yung tinanong natin kanina sa survey. Employee engagement is widely considered an HR thing, okay? Rather than being owned by leaders, expected of managers, and understood by frontline employees. So, ibig sabihin, when we put it together, ang employee engagement is not necessarily just HR. Okay? Hindi natin pwedeng i-fault si HR kapag nade-disengage yung employee. Kasi minsan, baka may fault yung leader talaga. Okay? So, hindi natin hawak yung engagement ng person. As we have discovered today, the six expectations, no, of the employee. So, as I wrap up my session for today, no, let me offer to you ano yung 4C approach, no? If you'd want to have a successful company with high employee engagement, I encourage you to focus on four things. What are those four things? And remember the 4C: culture, climate, confidence, and common purpose. Okay? So, by focusing on the four C's, no, you will target high employee engagement. And again, based on studies, high employee engagement usually turns out, no, that it will really increase your likelihood of achieving organizational goal. Okay? So again, try to remember the 4C approach pagdating sa high employee engagement. No? And of course, to wind up my talk for today, don't forget, ano ba yung 6 hidden employee expectations natin? We have relationship, respect, responsibility, reward, recognition, and reverence. No? So I hope in this short talk about employee engagement, no, you were able to find out what are those expectations that we have as an employee and what are the leadership discretionary efforts that we can actually provide to improve our employee engagement. Okay? So with that, no, I end no my talk in today's webinar. Okay? Let me now turn the floor no to Amy to have us no give or ask for any reaction, question, or comments.
Ayan. Okay. Again, thank you everyone for staying, no? So, nakakatuwa because up until now, we're still at 90 plus, no? So, yung mga nandyan from the start, they're still there. So, thank you very much. I hope that you found this webinar helpful, practical, and meaningful for your, not just for work, but also for personal, no? Because there were a lot of personal A lot of insights here that you can use also in your personal aspect. Ayan. So if you have some questions, you may put them on the
Or
chat box.
yeah.
Okay. Again, we're inviting you to follow us at our Facebook page. Also will be this will also be posted on our YouTube channel. Just look for Talent Reach. No, it will be there, and some other videos is posted there. So make sure that you're visiting those channels that we have, and also our website www.talentreachconsulting.com. Yeah. So we also as I've mentioned earlier, we're also conducting in-house training, no? So since 2020, we've started public programs, but before we did public programs, online programs to be exact, we also did public face-to-face programs, kaya lang nag-pandemic. And also we're offering in-house training programs. So if you're interested, if you would like to find out what programs we're offering, no? Please do get in touch with us. You can message us on our Facebook page, or you can send us an email at info.er@talentreachph.org. Ayan. So let me just go through the chat box here. Ayan. Merong question here from Joyce. Her question is, can you recommend a tool we can use to measure employee engagement?
Yeah, definitely, no. Probably, send us an email. Pero meron yan, ano, na tool to measure engagement, no. So which is online. Yes, yeah. So thank you for that
So
question.
at this time we don't have it at hand, but I think we're going to be adding an additional handout, no? So yung mga nag-avail ng handout, we'll add you'll have that as an additional reference, no? So aside from the presentation material that you that was shared today, we're going to add in. So pagdating dyan, talagang you can expect Talent Reach, no? We're very generous pagdating sa mga resource materials because
Yeah.
we get a lot
So
of
again, just to announce, for those who are wanting for the handouts that I presented, plus, no, I'll add a bonus of the ISO standard guidelines for employee engagement. So that's an extra for you, no. So I'll include that when you reach out to us, no, para you can have a maganda siya, no, because it's a standard about employee engagement, no, na pwede nyo actually i-apply din for your company if ever.
Ayan. There's a very good question also here coming from Miss Evelyn. What is an effective way of addressing an employee's shortcomings or mistake without compromising his engagement?
Well, I guess I would say yung addressing yung mga shortcomings niya is always try to use for me ang approach ko lagi is to you have to assume first that the person is willing to be able to deliver yung work that you have to do, no? And kailangan sabihin mo sa kanya na you have to prove me wrong na yung mga ginagawa mo is really something that will tell me that you cannot do the job, no? But as long as the person is putting the effort, no? Ang importante dito, the key word here is nag-effort by employee. Kapag nag-effort si employee, kailangan yung LDE natin, no? Ginagawa natin. Kasi mahirap kapag nag-effort naman pala si employee pero wala tayong ginagawa as a leader, no? Parang nagiging very sarcastic na tayo sa kanya. So yun yung pwede mong gawin. Kaya ko shinare yung mga LDEs kanina. Kasi pwede mo siyang gawin to your employees.
Yeah, so I hope that you send your request, no, for those who's interested to for the presentation materials, because there are a lot of references there that you can use. Yeah. There's also a question here from our Claro Maria. Hello, sir. Any recommendations if the employee does only stick to his or her job description and doesn't want to be empowered through various activities? That's something that's very common na tinatanong.
Well, I guess sabi nga natin, one of the ways that you can try to find more about your employee is to actually engage them with mga tinatawag natin mga one-to-one. No? Kasi you have to also discover ano ba yung nagko-cause kay employee, bakit hindi siya nag-accept ng responsibility, no? Minsan it could be because of educational background. It might be a family pattern, if ever, no? Something like that, no? So we have to find out, no? Kasi iba-iba rin yung tao eh. Mahirap kasi na mag-generalize tayo na kasi Gen Z ka, for example, that's why ayaw mong tumanggap ng responsibility. Kasi ako naniniwala ako na even yung generation ko, meron din ako mga kasama before na employee na ayaw rin tumanggap ng responsibility. Ayan. So, again, find out first from the employee.
I agree with that. All right. There's a question here from Miss Maria Cecilia. I think I'm familiar with you. Hi, ma'am. Okay. Her question is, any suggestions on how to answer or what to do when line managers and even top management insist that employee engagement is solely the HR thing? Ayan.
Ayan. Well, again, as I've mentioned in this webinar, I've put in my effort, my best effort to put in findings and studies. No? So, kasi ako naniniwala ko na the data will speak for itself. No? You can also, what you can do is you can try to extend yung employee engagement natin. So, sometimes, yung mentality ng ibang leaders, hindi siya mabe-break if you also don't use certain data-driven approach dapat. Hindi siya pwedeng laging puro very soft or iwasan din natin na pag employee engagement, puro events kasi yung ginagawa natin. Remember, employee engagement is not about events. Okay? So yun yung mga suggestions ko sa iyo. Ayan.
Yeah, okay. From HRMU Online. Sir, any tool to measure the 4 Cs?
Oh, okay. As I've said, there are certain tools no na pwedeng gamitin. Ayan. So you can reach out to us and then we'll try to give you some referral for it regarding the tool na sinasabi nyo. Yeah.
Another question here from Crystal. Thank you very much, everyone, for those sending your questions. Nakakatuwa because there's a lot of questions. So it means that you're very much engaged, no? From Crystal, do you have any other recommendation when it comes to various programs on how our employees will engage other than team building?
Ayun. So again, as I mentioned, try to stay away of trying to define employee engagement with mga events or activities. It's not the only thing. Remember, kailangan i-target nyo, rather than team building, i-develop nyo yung leader. Kasi pag na-develop nyo yung leader na marunong siya mag-recognize, no? Nagbibigay siya. So, there are different components kasi ng employee engagement as we've mentioned. Right? So yung mga minention ko about, i-fix nyo yung salary niyo, for example, para i-engage yung employee, no? Or encourage people to have recognition, for example. Yun yung mga different ways. So maraming different aspect na pwede kayong i-consider.
And I think it's also been mentioned in the presentation earlier. Kaya nga, we encourage you, no? So if you would like to go back, either you watch the replay, if you would like to have your own copy, send us a
Yeah,
request.
please, no?
Ayan,
Please share this with your,
ayan, nandiyan yung ating email
please share
address.
this with your leaders and managers, no? So hopefully they will find it insightful.
Yes, yeah. That's why we're going to share the replay. So for those who missed or hindi natimpisahan o hindi natapos, so I noticed earlier may mga bagong pasok, no, towards the middle. And even right now, no, matatapos na tayo, mayroon pa rin gustong mag-join. Again, we're inviting you to follow us. Justin, can you help me post the link, no, for our upcoming workshop? No, we're inviting you. We're only accepting 10 participants because this is very comprehensive and very intensive, no. So plus nag-add kami ng online session. I think it's going to be 1 to 2 hours, no. It would depend. Because there's going to be a follow-through program. So may mas ma-expect kayo. So yung mga nag-join before, we've had several runs, no? We started online and we did face-to-face. So hopefully, for today, no, if you're interested we're allowing you to lock in the early bird rate no ng aming program na ito. It's a very good program, very always requested sa amin, no, to lock in the early bird rate. May discount din, that's almost 500 pesos discount. If you register today, no, ita-timestamp namin yan until July 31, no, hanggang you can lock in the rate, or no, yung mga nag-register today, nag-join today, okay, nag-register up today lang, as in today lang, pag ang mag-e-end to ng 12 midnight. So ita-timestamp ko dun sa sa link, no, naka-lock in na. So whether piliin nyo yung August 16 or November 15, naka-lock in na kayo just for today. So mag-register na kayo para if you're interested, you can avail, no, to get the early bird rate. Yan. So if you have
And just take note, no, yung webinar, yung seminar na we're promoting for today, which is for August, no, it's a face-to-face
yes.
program, no, and yung program talks about designing salary structure. That's why if you're interested with the employee engagement, particularly on the compensation, this is the right program that you can attend for a face-to-face discussion. So hindi siya online, although may online component siya, half day, pero merong 1 day siya na face-to-face. Yeah.
Yes, it's a whole day program, no? So it will start from 9 o'clock and matatapos siya at 5. So we're holding this at the Workhaven workspace, no?
Ortigas.
In Linden Hotel, Linden Suites here in Ortigas.
Yeah.
So we're only accepting 10 participants per session. So yung first one and second one. So that's again job evaluation and designing pay structure. So if you're interested, please do reach out to us for more details. And the link is also there if you want to find out what's going to be discussed in the program, no? Makikita niyo yan dyan sa link. And also, before we end, ayan, so hindi lang kami ng feedback from you. So I know that that you're happy to join us, but hopefully you can find time to, fill up the 5-question feedback form that we're going to post, no? Justin will post the link to our feedback form so that you can put in your request anong topic yung gusto nyo na i-discuss namin. We'll consider that and hopefully we'll find time this year, no, to run it for you. And also again, please do follow our Facebook page to stay informed of the upcoming events and also to learn additional insights. No? So kasi nagpo-post kami ng mga from practical tips, HR tips, and also some use, of course, on HR and all about employee development. All right. Again, let me just quickly scan, no, yung ating chat. Baka may mga na-miss ako na question. So far, wala naman. So puro mga thank you. Ayan. Okay. So again, if you would like to get the presentation material, our email address is here, no? Nandyan yung info. Send us a request. It's only for 199. So aside from the presentation, may add pa kami ng additional reference material. And also, you're going to be receiving an e-certificate of attendance. So for those availing, I will be sending that. Yung mga nag-send, no, before the webinar, you will be getting that. Hindi. Isasabay-sabay ko na. Monday. So, pasensya na kayo, hindi natin magagawa yan kaagad. So, expect that by July 22 on your inbox, no? The program inclusions. So, may time pa kayo ma-receive yun. So, yan. So, mag-email lang kayo sa amin. So, again, if you can include also some questions, no? We're happy to share or to answer your questions. Thank you very much again, everyone. And thank you, Justin, for helping us as always. So, ayan. So, Ronnie, will you be staying to answer more questions?
Yeah, so for those who are in the room right now, and I'll be allotting about 5 minutes of my time. But basically, we're done with the webinar. So I'd like to first thank everyone who have attended this webinar for this month of July. So we really appreciate you for spending your time with us, and hope to see you again for our next webinar this coming August. Ayan. Okay? So have a good week ahead, no? So we're still at the mid of the week, no? So have a good week ahead for everyone. Stay safe, no? And have a good week also. Thank you.
Ayan. For those who would like to ask, no? In precious 5 minutes now is a good time for you to ask. Thank you again, everyone.
Thank you.